Greetings gentlemen and ladies, I'm the One Dude Dev Team, and in today's video we are going to be attempting to jump over the Grand Canyon. But first we're going to be creating the Grand Canyon in Unreal Engine, then we're going to be creating a drivable dune buggy and a character to drive, then we're going to be having some fun with rocket science. It's an absolutely insane and wild video. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get this started. Okay, let's kick things off by first adding a sky actor to our level. This gives us lighting, sunshine. Next we are going to need to create our landscape. So now that we have our flat plane, we can do things like raise and lower and sculpt, but that is not what we are going to be doing. Instead of sculpting the Grand Canyon using our imagination, we are going to be using an actual height map based on an actual location. This is called Kanab Creek. So if you were to look at Kanab Creek from the top down and use lighter or darker colors to indicate higher or lower points, this is what your height map would look like. So when we import this into our Unreal Engine landscape, it's going to do something pretty special. So let's go ahead and import that height map onto our landscape. And there we go. So our height map has created the 3D geographical version of Kanab Canyon. So the next thing that we need to do is apply an auto landscape material. And there we go, that looks a lot better. Here's a look at our source photograph on the left of the Grand Canyon and our 3D Unreal Engine version. So I have chosen this location as the launch point for our dramatic jump over the Grand Canyon. Next, we head on over to Art Station to look around for a good vehicle for which to jump over the Grand Canyon. This vehicle will not drive automatically. We first need to prepare it with some vehicle physics. So what we initially have when we go to simulate physics on this vehicle is something a tiny bit unusual. Yes, no, that's not how a car is supposed to drive. So problem number one has to do with the physics capsule around this vehicle. As you can see, this is a bit of a sphere shape, and that's why our buggy rolled. That's not going to work for us. Instead, what we need is a nice box shape. Now that box is way too big. If I were to try to simulate this in the game, we get some crazy stuff going on. Wow. As you can see, that buggy is now floating around on an invisible physical capsule, which is not at all in alignment with its actual self. So if I were to go ahead now and change the size of this physics capsule, it should now represent what we have done. As you can see, it's just floating on a little bit of air. Let's go ahead and fine-tune that physics collision. If we were to rotate our vehicle now upside down, it should actually align quite nicely to the ground. Throwing this vehicle into the ground and watching it roll around, isn't that nice? Now, one thing you'll notice is that the vehicle wheels are sinking into the ground. For our wheels, we are going to go ahead and generate some physics bodies. This way, when we simulate our vehicle, it will not sink through the ground. There we go. It's actually rolling on its wheels now. As you can see, isn't that nice? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There you have it, gravity in action. Okay, now we've got to set up some engine and wheel mechanics. Okay, here it is. We've got our driving vehicle. Now we just need some engine noise. Engine noise and dust effects. I think this buggy is ready to go. We are lacking a super brave, bold, and courageous stunt driver. Meet Riley Coyote, cousin of Wile E. Coyote, super genius. Welcome, Riley Coyote. I hope you're not nervous. Today we're going to be jumping you over the Grand Canyon. Now hang on a sec there, partner. As the developer of this game, I'm afraid that escape is impossible. In fact, if you could just become your nice idle self, sit right there and wait for the car to be ready, that would be great. A little bit of character setup to make Riley Coyote a walkable character. He's pretty much set up and ready to do some animating. There's his walking speed, and if he goes a little faster, his animation changes to a run, and back to a walk, and back to standing still. So here we have him, Riley Coyote. Hey, where are you going, buddy? The dune buggy's back that way. All right, let's make our way. He can run, he can jump, he can almost fly. He is a real Coyote hero. Upon playing back that jump animation, I just noticed something extremely weird. I don't think he's supposed to turn into a giant balloon. I think we got it. There we go. Not a balloon, just a coyote. Great at jumping. Well done, buddy. Okay, Riley Coyote can run, he can jump, he can get into a vehicle and drive away. The one problem is he's kind of sitting a little bit funny in his seat. His feet are kind of flintstoning along the ground. Let's fix that. Coyote into a nice seated posture. Properly seated now, Riley Coyote taking her out for a test spin, getting a feel for the dune buggy before we try our first jump off of the Grand Canyon. All right, I think it's time to scope out our jump. This, I think, is actually a pretty good launch point. We're going to need to build a bit of a smoother drive up to this launching point. Wow. What do you think, Riley? You can do that? Do you think you can do that? You got this? You got this? Yeah? What we need to do is create a bit of a smoother run-up to our jump off the Grand Canyon. I nearly forgot. And whilst I'm certainly not anticipating any issue with our first attempt, just in case, we're going to need some sort of explosion. All right, gentlemen and ladies, we are about ready to make our very first jump. Riley, are you ready, buddy? We're about to go. We're about to try this out. We've got our roughly smooth ramp, roughly smooth enough. Hopefully this will get us to the jump and not flip us over before we get there. 120, 30 kilometers per hour. I don't think we're going to make it. No, it's not looking good. Okay, I think we might be able to find a way to go a little bit faster. Okay, I think that rocket thruster is looking pretty good. Now we just need to apply some physics force to it. Okay, I don't think we have quite enough thrust force. Okay, that's a little better. I think we need to get a very flat surface. Let's see what happens. Okay, doesn't have enough thrust yet. Oh, I think we've done it. We've created a rocket engine, and it is glorious. Look at it go. Okay, now we have to figure out how to get this rocket engine thruster attached to our buggy. I'm pretty sure that's not quite right. Okay, let's try that again. That's definitely closer, but our rocket engine is not facing the right way. Let's try that again. Oh, there we go. Now that is a rocket thruster. Test run time. Let's see if this rocket engine fires. Oh, oh God. Okay. Something about the angle of it is not quite right. It's lifting the back of the buggy off the ground and twirling us around like crazy. We need to adjust the starting position of this. Okay, what happens if we rotate the angle of the thruster a little bit? I bet when you started watching this video, you didn't think we were going to be getting into rocket science. Okay, now the angle of this thruster is pointing down a little bit. Let's see if that keeps us on the ground a little bit better. Oh, sure enough. Look at that. Rocket physics, you guys. Holy... I don't think I could be much happier than I am right now. Oh my God. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's so good. Okay, gentlemen and ladies, it's time for another test jump. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get our speed up a little bit. And engage rocket thruster. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Wow. Wow. Okay. That didn't go too well. Let's try to keep it on the track this time. Drive straight as we can. And rocket thruster, engage. Oh. Okay. Oh no. The rocket angle has created a bit of an issue. We're gonna just abandon ship here. Apparently our coyote is still going to a rocket engine. I don't know why that is. Okay, let's try that again. We've adjusted the angle of the rocket. I'm getting better at driving. Let's engage rocket thruster. It's actually a lot more stable. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. That... Well, we're getting somewhere. We're like half... No, we're a little ways across. Oh, no. I thought there was supposed to be an explosion. That's, interesting. Okay, you know what? We're going to call that prototype number 1 rocket engine. I think we're going to need a bigger rocket engine. Riley Coyote is totally giving us a thumbs up. He wants to try more. He's keen. He's eager. All right, gentlemen and ladies, we have a new upgraded rocket. This is a double rocket, and it's faster. I don't know how fast it is, but it's definitely faster. God, 300 kilometers an hour, 350. Okay, here we go again. We've got our big double rocket engine. A little bit of practice at driving. There we go. Full speed. 200 kilometers per hour and launch. Are we gonna get somewhere? Are we gonna get somewhere? You know, it's not terrible. Not terrible. Well, okay. We're backing up a bit. We're gonna get a bit more of a run at it. It's gonna be hard to stay straight enough to hit the ramp. That is the biggest challenge here. Getting that speed up and then keeping her on the road. No, totally missed the ramp. But actually we made it pretty far. Wow, 500 kilometers per hour. So at this point I feel like I need to smooth out the ramp up to the jump. Okay, so I have made the ramp longer and I've made the ramp smoother, so hopefully we don't lose control quite as easily this time. Let's see what happens. We got a good clean run at it. Okay, afterburners engaged. Hang on. Don't lose control. Oh, disengage afterburners. Oh no, we're definitely not there yet. Abandon ship. That's fine. Okay, here we go again. Let's give that one more try. Let's see if we can get nice and clean on the ramp. And, oh, that was about as clean as I could make it. Let's see, are we going to get there? No. We're not there. We're not there yet. Well, I've been thinking it over with Riley Coyote, and we've come to the conclusion that we need a bigger rocket. The only question is, where do we find a bigger rocket? Oh, I think, you know what? I think that's going to do. Well, I'm pretty sure that'll fit on the roof rack. That should be fine. Okay, we just need to load this onto the roof rack. Oh. Good, except I think the angle is a little bit off. Let's try that again. Or, you know, is this fine? This might be totally fine. I think maybe this is actually better. Almost. Perfect. Gentlemen and ladies, just like I said, it totally fits on the roof rack. This is going to be perfectly fine. Okay. I think we've done it. We have created the ultimate rocket thruster. Let's give this a benchmark test. Alright, gentlemen and ladies, this is it. This is the moment. Riley Coyote is ready to go. Hops on board his dune buggy. Now we've just got to attach our Falcon Heavy rocket thruster to the top of our buggy, and I don't see what could possibly go wrong. Are you guys ready? This is a tiny bit insane. Alright, let's count it down. 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. Well, I would say that about does it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. By the way, I will be making this fun little project available for download. You guys can check it out, play it, drive around, have some fun. It's going to be free on Gumroad. And if you feel so inclined as to leave a little tip, that's super duper appreciated, but otherwise free to download, totally up to you, no pressure. All proceeds will of course go to support this channel and help me to make more videos. I appreciate it. Thanks everybody for watching. From me and Riley Coyote, this has been the One Dude Dev Team, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Whoa, whoa. See you later.